faster!
Some of us barely have legs to run on.
And whatever it is you're doing, do it faster! Apilla, you're the fastest of us. Try and find an exit. I better lose him before... There! No!
And to think, you had me outnumbered.
What happened? You were perfectly normal earlier. You were just like the rest of us.
Just like the rest of you, I wish!
Why are you doing this?
People and things like you are the reason I'm doing this. I've been treated as an outcast my entire life, and I'm not taking it anymore!
I don't understand.
Well, allow me to explain. I felt like a freak my entire life. Even before you turned me into this, I've always been a loner, a reject, a weirdo. No one to sit with at lunch. No one to play with at recess. No one picking me in gym class. Always alone. And then, as if things weren't bad enough at school, my parents were fighting pretty bad. And eventually, my parents got divorced. My dad and I ended up moving out of state. New house, new school, new life. I missed my mom like crazy, but for a second I was hopeful. Apparently, I was going to a really nice place called Banban's kindergarten, where they only took the best and brightest kids. I was determined to have a fresh start. I was gonna show up and be the cool new kid in town. But of course, right before my first day, I had to get these giant bug-eye glasses. My cool factor tanked already. I should have known things wouldn't change. It looked like I was destined to be alone. But at least at my old school, people just didn't know I existed. Now I was actually being bullied.
Sorry, Four Eyes.
I begged my dad to let me be homeschooled, or leave, or something. But he said I'm a big boy, and big boys can take care of themselves. So I kept my head down and dealt with it. The worst of it happened. On my birthday, I tried to have a small party, but I knew no one would come. And at that point, I preferred it that way. If I was by myself, no one could make fun of me, except me. But to my surprise, someone did show up.
Hey, Four Eyes! Oops, did I blow out your candles? I guess that means I get to take your wish now. Let's see, what do I want? How about I wish for you to get a friend? That's the only way a dork like you will ever have one. Ha!
I thought about what my dad said. Big boys take care of themselves. So, I decided to stand up for myself.
Oh man, looks like I can't call you Four Eyes anymore. Three Eyes will have to do.
That was the most humiliating day of my life. I begged my father for real this time. Please don't make me go back. I tried standing up for myself and it didn't work. But of course he made me stay.
What's wrong with Josh?
Sweetie, have you seen anything lately?
I mean, my glasses are half broken.
Nothing out of the ordinary, though? No monsters?
Monsters?
Never mind. Everything's okay. Go, get back to class.
Something wasn't right. Josh was the scariest guy I knew. If something spooked him, it had to be bad. I never really found out what it was, though, because suddenly my dad changed his mind. He pulled me from school. Apparently a lot of parents did the same. After whatever happened to Josh, they all cut contact with the kindergarten, and the truth about what happened never came out. I went to a new school after that, but nothing changed. Nothing ever changed. I was destined to be a loner, and so I embraced it. I graduated and moved out to be on my own. Got a job where I could work from home, and I never had to suffer being in public again. No more bullying, no more name calling, just peace and quiet.
3 Eyes.
But of course, I'd never be able to forget everything. Those words lingered in my head for years, and every time they came back, I got angry, and then I would wonder what really happened.
Local man who has been missing for 3 weeks, still yet to be found.
Apparently, I wasn't the only one wondering either. Somehow, I knew where he went. I don't know why I went back to the kindergarten to find him. To face my fears, to see what really happened that day. I'm not sure, but I went. The place was littered with painful memories. It was almost too much to bear.
I can't do this. I gotta go home.
Looking for something?
I should have left when I could.
Another success.
Who or whatever this thing was kidnapped me and transformed me into an abomination. It turned out the now closed kindergarten was full of these monsters. I was horrified at first, and then I was excited. I finally wasn't the only outcast anymore. We were all freaks. Maybe I could finally have friends. But everyone had been transformed so long before me. It was like I was a new kid at school all over again. Just like when I was little, all I could do was watch the fun from the sidelines.
And finished.
What about me?
Oh, I must have forgot. I'll fix it. There. Is that better?
Thanks. They never, ever included me. It's like I was cursed. Even among the freaks, I was a freak. No one wanted me around, so I decided to stay out of their way until...
Is he running off again?
Yeah.
Classic Three Eyes.
That name awoke all the rage that years of loneliness has stored within me. 3 Eyes! Even as a monster, I couldn't escape it. And I couldn't help myself.
Hey, what is he?
Run! That's why you went on this entire rampage? Because of a dumb nickname?
It's more than that. It's years of being outcast, excluded, treated like I'm nothing.
You're not an outcast. We're all happy to have you here.
Liar! You let go of me!
Why should I, Three Eyes? You started it. Jumbo Josh, you have to defeat him. You're the only one strong enough.
Jumbo, Josh,
Three Eyes!
you did this to me!
What did I do?
You made me like this! You bullied me! You kept me from making friends! You named me 3 Eyes!
That was you?
Of course it was! And now you must pay!
Oh, I'm sorry!
What?
I said I'm sorry!
You're sorry?
Ever since I've become an outcast myself, I've regretted how badly I treated you. I always hoped that you'd forgive me, but now I see I haven't changed at all. All I did was make your life worse all over again. And I'm sorry. What's your real name?
I guess it's Nab Nab. I forgive you, Josh.
There we go. What the? Who are you? No, don't.
Apala, you look off. Are you sick? Apala?
Let me go! Let me go!
Hello? Is that you, Stinger Flynn? I'm not gonna let you shock me this time. What the? Ah! Not funny, Celine. I wasn't even scared. Like, at all. You don't sound so good. Or look so good. Just stay away from me, alright? Yeah, I'd get out of here if I was you. What are you doing? Celine, I'm gonna fall. Ah! What the heck was that for? You could have killed me. Wait, no!
I thought you all would have learned your lesson by now. Oh, sorry, Nab. Thought you were another one of those pesky humans. Let me get the elevator going again. I was trying to help you, you freak. What is happening? Jumbo Josh, what's your problem? Whoa! Sorry, Jumbo Josh. I didn't mean to be rude. Just asking you to knock on the door next time is all. Now put me down. Not that way! Josh, what is wrong with you? Wait, since when have you had those? Don't.
Stop! Let him go! Leave him for me. I'll take care of it.
Banban?
Oh, excellent! You woke up just in time for my little experiment.
Banban, you did all this? How?
I'm one heck of a science teacher, Banban. You underestimated me. You can't get away that easily, honey.
Whatever this is, you don't have to do it. I'm a genius, Banban. I can help you with this. And believe me, I'm impressed with this contraption. But why did you make it? What are you planning?
I'm planning on getting my old life back.
Your old life?
Before I became this.
But Banban, we already know I can't turn you, or any of us, back into humans.
I don't want to go back to being a human. I gave that up long ago. I want to go back to being beautiful, like I once was. I'm sure you remember, Banban. Back in the day, when I was first turned into a monster, I wasn't this plain white nothing. I was a beautiful bright pink. Really something to behold.
You look beautiful.
You think so?
I do. A marvelous creation. Not to toot my own horn, but you're the product of a genius.
You made me perfectly, but that wasn't enough for you, was it? It was always on to the next one, next experiment, the next creation. Banban, thank you!
Thank you for what? Did you forget the part where I captured you and made you a monster?
Well, now that we're both monsters, we can finally be together. We're practically meant to be. You made me in your own image, after all. It's what everyone will expect of us, and—
Banban, please. I have work to do, and you have classes to teach.
Can we at least talk about it? I really think you should give us a chance.
No.
But you said I'm beautiful. I don't know what your deal was. How was I not good enough for you? You made me just like you. No, even better. And then I had an idea. I refused to take no for an answer. We were perfect for each other. I just needed to make you see that. If my stunning looks and humble yet confident personality weren't enough, perhaps the problem was you. I decided to make a love potion. That would be the final little nudge you needed to change your mind and return my love once and for all. I should have stopped there, but I didn't want you to just love me. I wanted you to be obsessed with me. So I decided to make it even stronger. However, I didn't anticipate just how dangerous potion making can be. I consider myself to be a pretty good science teacher, but I guess some things really shouldn't be messed with. I let my confidence get the best of me, and it was my downfall. That's not right. Where'd all the color go? It's not supposed to look like— What's going on? What's happening? Banban! I made a horrible miscalculation, and I paid the ultimate price. My beauty! My color! The one thing you liked about me, it was gone, and I tried to deal with it. Pretend it didn't matter. but I couldn't handle the change, knowing what I'd lost.
Oh, what happened to your bright colors? Weren't you pink earlier?
She's so ugly. Banban will never fall in love with you now.
I was humiliated. Everyone knew me as the pretty girl. Now what was I, other than the girl with a crazy crush? Here you go, Banban. I hope you like it. I made it myself.
Thanks.
You barely even looked at me. That was the last straw. My color really was the only thing you liked about me, and now it was gone. So I decided, if I can't have beauty, no one can. I decided to rid everyone of their colors and make them feel my pain. But then I realized, maybe if I stole everyone's colors, perhaps I can mix them together just right to make my own color again. It really is something, isn't it? I've got the brains and soon I'll have the beauty to go with it. Now, sit still and get ready for the show. Hey, stop that! You're going to ruin everything!
I won't let you do this to us.
Wait! No, don't touch that! Who knows what it'll do? My plan! My color!
I feel sick.
What happened to us?
Is anybody else weirdly hungry? No, just me. Okay.
Why? I was almost beautiful.
Banbalina, look at me. You are beautiful. Your color wasn't the most special thing about you. It's who you are. You're a kind soul.
Really? How is Nab so fast?
You think by now he'd learn that we're friends, not food?
I'm hungry!
Nab, you can't eat us.
I'm tired of waiting for pesky humans to come down here. I need something fresh, and I need it now.
Apple bird! Go! Run while you can! Nab's on the hunt! Go get out of here before you become a chicken sandwich!
Apple bird, did you hear her? You've gotta go.
Hello?
Looks like it's lunchtime.
I don't think that's her.
What? What is that?
Guys, are you okay? I heard coughing and Banbalina screaming and... Huh? What happened to you?
I have no idea.
All I remember is coughing
And seeing Apple bird.
That's not her. That's some kind of trap.
Well, clearly it worked.
Ah, get off me!
I'm hungry.
We'll get you a bottle later, Nab. Just stop biting me.
Be nice, he's teething.
I hate this. I want to be a grown-up again now. If we get to the workshop in the surgery room, I'm sure I can whip up a cure.
Then let's go.
Well, we'll never get there at this rate. You, carry us.
Why me?
You're the only one here big and strong enough to get anywhere. We can barely walk.
But I...
Please?
All right, here.
Oh, playtime!
Nab, no, that's dangerous.
Wait for me.
Oh, great. So now you guys can move just fine.
You're gonna get hurt, fools.
You're just a weenie.
Nab. Phew, that was close.
Wait, come back. We need your... Methinks we're turning even widower.
What? Oh, no. Oh, no.
Me can probably make cure still. We gotta go fast.
Not yet. If you're all getting younger, the others are probably in danger. I gotta find them first. They must have gone that way. Stay right there. Whatever you do, don't. No!
Keep going!
Oh, I think I'm too big to keep up. Banban, what are you doing?
Jumbo Josh, help me!
Ah, I can't make it, but I have to try. Here goes nothing. That was... Oh! Better keep going. Here you go. Okay, now stay right there until I... Ah! I don't think you guys are strong enough to help me up, but it's okay. I can do it alone. Just stay right there. Guys, I got this. Alright, let's keep going, everyone. Oh no! Oh no! Babies, listen to me. Whatever you do, don't... No, I can't! Ah!
Come on, Jumbo Josh, it's fun.
Yay!
Again!
Banban, I thought you were the only one left who had any sense.
Catch us if you can, Jumbo Josh.
I have to follow them. I can't let them get hurt. This is gonna sing a bit.
Where we go?
We gotta, I forget. You! Why you take us?
You're babies! Someone has to keep you safe!
Jumbo Josh, keep us safe!
Clearly not if you let you go through all those dangerous rooms! But it's okay. You have a new mommy now. You can be my babies forever.
Did you do this to us?
Oh, of course, sweetheart.
Why do you do this?
It's simple, really. I used to have babies of my own. Little chicks that all look just like me. I hatched their eggs myself. I fed them and I raised them to be strong and independent. Wait, no, come back here. You're not old enough to be out on your own. No, wait, you're not ready yet. Come back. Every day I tried to get them back, but they just kept running away. They were old enough to be independent, or at least they think they are. So, like all mothers eventually do, I became an empty nester. I longed to feel like a real hen again. I wished I had babies that would never grow up. And then I realized, perhaps I could make my wish come true. I just had to wait for the perfect opportunity. You know, you should know better than to leave your things out in the open where anyone can tamper with them, Banban. And not that it matters now. Aha! Oh, that ought to do it. I created exactly the chemical I needed. One that would de-age whoever it touched. One that would turn its subjects into babies forever. All I needed now was to trap someone in my scheme.
How is Nab so fast?
Perfect timing. You three were the perfect subjects. And clearly, it worked perfectly. You could be my sweet little babies forever. You'll never leave me. You're not strong enough. You need your mommy.
Jumbo Josh gonna get you. He... Goo goo gaga.
Oh, well, looks like my potion finally worked. No more toking for you. And Jumbo Josh, please. There's no way that meathead is gonna figure out how to save you.
I barely made it, but I'm here to save you guys. Apple a bird, you're behind this?
So what if I am?
How could you do this to your friends?
You would never understand. You've never been a mother, abandoned and alone in the world.
You're not alone. Your kids are still around. You just want something to control.
Oh, how dare you!
Here, have a taste of your own medicine. Guys, are you okay? Oh no, hope I'm not too late. Banban, what do I do? What? What does that even mean? Okay, looks like I'll have to figure this one out myself. Well, this is either gonna revert them back to normal, or make things even worse. But I don't have any better ideas.
Well done, Jumbo Josh. Sorry about all that baby babbling. So unprofessional.
Hello, handsome.
Hello?
I think you might be snooping around places you shouldn't.
Please, let me go!
And why would I do that?
If you do, I'll leave and never come back, I swear!
Liar! I know your type.
Well, if you're not gonna let me go, what are your secrets?
My secrets? I'm not sure what you want to know, but since you asked. As a child, all I wanted was to be a star athlete, and I had the talent and drive to be one. I was a track star, a baseball star, and a volleyball star. I mastered every sport I could to achieve my dreams. I was the pride of our school's athletic department. No one could beat me. And eventually, they stopped trying altogether. Growing up, I always felt like my dreams would come true. Unfortunately, one day, I learned the hard way that it rarely ever works out that way. Someone help me. No one even knew I was out there. I was too hurt to get up, and I was sure no one would come looking for me. Until, out of nowhere, the school nurse found me. She saved my life. I was injured pretty bad. Of course, I needed more help than the school nurse could provide. But she carried me all the way to her office because I couldn't walk. She took care of me until the ambulance arrived. But it turned out that the injury was too bad for me to continue my sports journey. I had to give up everything I'd always dreamed of. I was heartbroken. Sports were my one and only passion in life. Though, in a way, I became inspired. The school nurse saved my life. And if I couldn't be a star athlete, I wanted to be just like her. So, I went to nursing school in hopes to do for others what she did for me. And the perfect opportunity arose. A local kindergarten hiring for a school nurse? It's exactly what I was looking for! It almost felt too good to be true. Silly me. If only I knew then what I know now. But not knowing any better, I went to the kindergarten for my interview. And that's where I met him. In that moment, everything changed for good.
Hello, I'm Banban, the founder and principal of this kindergarten.
It was love at first sight. Everything about him was perfect, and I knew we were meant to be. Hi. I kinda bombed that interview, but I was the only applicant, so I got the job by default. And even if I got off to a rocky start, the parents and children took to me right away. While I appreciated all the love, it wasn't exactly who I wanted it to be from. Oh, my beloved Banban. He still had my heart. I was determined to have his. Somehow he ignored all the signs. I bought us breakfast every morning. Here you go. I picked up extra just for you.
Wow, you're the best friend a guy could get.
I wrote him inspirational notes.
Look, I know why you're upset, but there's no way something like that could have happened at my school. There's no monsters here. What's this?
And finally, I got more direct. Hey, Banban, would you want to come for dinner tonight?
Why, of course I would.
Really?
Yeah, my friend's in town. He can come along too. It will be all of us buddies hanging out.
I thought I was being pretty clear in my intentions, but eventually I realized, despite all my efforts, it wasn't meant to be. I was heartbroken. My dreams of sports fame had been ruined long ago, and now my dreams of true love also seemed impossible to obtain. I felt lost, abandoned. Was wrong. Too tight?
Can I tell you something?
Of course. I saw something the other day, and it scared me.
There was a strange door at the end of one of the hallways, he said. He'd never seen it before. A heavy metal door always stuck shut and locked, but one day it was open. And being a young kid, he was curious. So he walked in. He told me he saw monsters. I told him it was just his imagination. But what came next? I don't know how he could have made it up. I hoped he just imagined it, but I had a bad feeling. Because the next day, Marcus's parents pulled him from Banban's kindergarten, and he wasn't the only one. One by one, Banban's kindergarten became a shell of its former self as children kept leaving with no explanation. Banban! I know you're in there!
I'm busy. Come back later.
Banban, there's something seriously wrong. We need to—
I said I'm busy.
He was no longer leaving his office. I had a feeling he was hiding something. I hated to betray my Banban, but if he wasn't going to help investigate, I'd have to do it alone. So one night, I took matters into my own hands, and I broke in. Thankfully, coming in early and leaving with Banban every day, I'd figured out the lock combination. And strangely enough, Banban left his door unlocked, but I wasn't complaining. I took the master key. I had to find this door I'd heard about. Well, there you go. No monsters after all. Though, this thing is pretty creepy.
Now, manners. No need to be afraid. It's me, your Banban.
You are not my Banban! What happened to you?
Allow me to show you.
I shouldn't jump on my ankle, but I guess I have no choice. Banban, I don't know what happened to you, but you're still the same Banban I knew. You're good at heart, you love people, you love children. You'd never let me get hurt. So pull me up and we can talk about this. I knew you'd come around. Banban, what are you— Let go of me. Let go of me! It was too late for me. I know now what the kids had seen, and it was happening to me. I fought as hard as I could, but Banban was too strong.
But if he did that to you against your will, why would you want that to happen to me? Like you said to him, you wanted to help people. You're good at heart.
That was then. Now I've grown fond of this new body. And besides, it means I get to be alongside my Banban forever. He did save my life after all. And what more could I want than that?
Look, if I were you, I'd take a hit and get over him.
Oh my god. Ugh. What is this place?
Look what we have here.
Who are you?
I should be asking the very same question.
I used to go to this kindergarten. I think.
Oh, you did you? Then you must remember me.
What the? What's going on in this place? What are you? And what was that freaking bird thing that was chasing me?
Oh, our dear Apilla bird. She's certainly memorable, isn't she? But you know, she wasn't always this terrifying. Apilla was actually a human once, just like you are.
She was? What happened?
Now, I'm not going to spoil all the fun. Apilla was actually this kindergarten's very own art teacher. Yes, she was a wonderful instructor, great with children, even though she herself had a less than ideal upbringing. You see, Apilla didn't exactly have many friends growing up. She always seemed to have a hard time making friends, and was treated like an outcast. And the few companions she found in nature were often shooed away by other children. They were relentless, always putting Apilla down, laughing and calling her awful names. It was so bad, in fact, that she often was forced to eat her lunches alone in order to avoid the unending bullying from her classmates, which meant she spent a lot of time in the school's abandoned art room. And while she was still lonely, at least here she could doodle and just be herself without fear. Being secluded in that room meant that she had a lot of time to practice her drawing skills. Every day, over and over and over again, her parents became increasingly concerned about her lack of friends, so they decided to get her someone to talk to.
Oh, hi. Oh, hi.
At last, someone to have a conversation with who wasn't going to ridicule and humiliate her.
Would you want to look at my drawings? I think you might like them.
The two hit it off right away.
I think we're gonna get along real nice.
Quickly, the bird became her only true friend, and for once, Apilla felt happy, though unfortunately, it didn't help her at school. The countless days spent in solitude were wearing on her.
Whoa, this is actually kinda good.
As it turned out, Apilla was turning into a very good artist, an amazing one even, until one day, she decided to enter into a drawing contest at school with all of her classmates. Apilla was so nervous of what the others would say, but she actually won. She decided then and there that this is what she wanted to do with the rest of her life, and she did everything possible to make her new dream of being an artist a reality. Then one day, tragedy struck. Apilla's annoying cousin Kevin moved back to town after spending some time away at boarding school. He also had an interest in painting, so their parents thought it would be a good idea for them to spend some time together.
Birds? They're so lame!
Birds are lame, birds are lame.
I like birds.
Yeah, well, they're stupid and ugly and annoying. They're not even good pets.
Take that back!
Fine. You're stupid and ugly and annoying.
And for the first time, Apilla decided to stand up for herself. She wasn't going to take this bullying anymore, especially from some punk like Kevin.
Hey! What the heck is wrong with you?
Look who's ugly now!
That's it! You're gonna pay for that! Fly away, little guy!
Apilla waited all day and night for the bird to return. But it was long gone. And from that day, Apilla and Kevin were arch enemies. Unfortunately, they were the same age and went to the same school, so it was impossible for Apilla to avoid him. He made her life miserable, picking on her every chance he got, and encouraging the others to pile on. Plus, they both were still interested in painting, so they constantly were around one another in the art room too. They were both working on a big project, a design for the new mural to be painted on the side of the school. Whoever's drawing was selected was given a prestigious award, one that could get you into any art program in the country. They both wanted it more than anything, but while Apilla seemed confident in her work, Kevin struggled to come up with any good ideas of his own, so he decided to take hers. Apilla waited weeks to hear back about her design, but she was never contacted. Then one day, she realized why.
Kevin? What are you doing? That's my design!
Oh, really? Because the judges told me you never submitted one.
Huh? What? Wait. Did you? You stole my design, you jerk!
Oh, yeah? Prove it.
He's gonna pay for this. Don't know how, but he will.
And that was Apilla's final straw. Her devotion to her art was so strong that it led her to do something she'd regret later.
I'll show him.
What? How could this have happened?
She felt a rush. This was sweet revenge for what he did to her. Unfortunately, she was eventually caught. Apilla was expelled for vandalizing the mural, while Kevin went on to a prestigious painting academy. He became very successful, while she was just a wannabe artist who peaked in high school. Her only creative outlet was more vandalism, which made it nearly impossible to find a job. Convenience stores, restaurants, even pizza deliveries all denied her based on her troubled past. That is, until she stumbled onto a very special flyer.
Anyone, you say?
And she finally found her place. She played a huge part of the kindergarten's early success. Many of the paintings that grace these walls were the work of dear Apilla, and children flocked to see her colorful characters. She livened up the place, played with the children, and taught them about art. But when class sizes started to dwindle, Apilla knew the end of Banban's kindergarten was near. But she was desperate. She couldn't lose this job. So she decided to speak with the principal directly.
Excuse me, sir? I know things are looking bleak around here, but I want you to know that without this job, I don't know how I'll be able to buy groceries or pay my rent. Please don't fire me. I'll do anything.
Oh, don't worry, my dear Apilla. It's been a pleasure having you as an employee. In fact, come with me and we'll make sure you never have to leave ever again. Don't worry, this is for your own good. I transformed her. I gave her a new life. From then on, she became our beloved Apilla bird. You know, you might make a lovely test subject as well.
I don't think so! No, please!
What are you doing here, little one? The back halls are strictly off limits.
Little one, I'm not a kid, I'm...
An intruder, I know. Unfortunately for you, you chose the wrong place to break into.
This place has been abandoned for years.
So you thought.
Who are you?
Me? I'm the very founder of this school, and the proud mascot. I am Banban. You see, I was a human once, much like you. I had a family and everything. A mother and a father and a sister, all of whom were the bane of my existence. I was a standoffish child. I had no friends, and I spent most of my time in my room, alone, playing with toys. Not that my parents ever noticed anyway. No, they had another child to focus on. My sister. Our entire lives, she was the perfect child. A star athlete, a star scholar, a musical prodigy, an artist. She was good at everything, and I can't say she didn't work for it. Years later, she received exciting news from our school.
Oh my gosh! I'm valedictorian!
Some people are born talented, some have talent thrust upon them, and others are like me.
Hey, let me go!
Or what? Gonna tell your big sister on us? The little guy can't do anything on his own, huh?
I was tormented endlessly. It was as if everyone could sense my low self-esteem. They all looked at me as less than. I was never good enough for anyone. Not to mention my constantly failing grades. Of course, every teacher compared me to my sister. Why aren't you as smart as her, they'd ask. I wasn't very smart to begin with, but the paralyzing stress I was under only made things worse. My parents, who already had no reason to support me or be proud of me, were losing their patience by the day. Those toys, they were my only friends. Always had been. What kind of high schooler was I? Nobody to hang out with, nobody to call on the phone, playing with toys and crying on my bedroom floor. One day, I got fed up. I fought back. And that turned out to be one of the worst ideas I've ever had.
Oh my god! You brought toys to school? What a little baby!
Hey, give those back! I'm serious!
Oh, what are you gonna do? Cry about it?
Seriously, put them down.
Oh, don't worry. I'll put them down. Sure hope they know how to swim.
No!
My only friends were gone. I'd lost everything at that point. My grades tanked even further, and my parents wanted nothing to do with me anyway, and it only got worse from there. Graduation day, my sister was valedictorian, and it was the proudest moment of my parents' lives. I couldn't bear to go. Besides, I had to go do a makeup science project in the lab to get my grades up. Everyone's big day was ruined, and mine was about to be as well. Just as I showed up to do my science project, well, I was in the wrong place at the wrong time. Since I was the only person not in the gym at the time when the sprinklers went off, everyone thought it was me. I was instantly guilty in their eyes. This prank, the prank I didn't even do, got me expelled. My parents sent me off to boarding school. I knew they were secretly happy it all happened. They couldn't wait to get rid of me. I was almost happy to be free of the bullying, to be free of the constant comparisons to my sister. But my situation didn't really improve. I was still bullied, and my grades didn't get much better. So from then on, I became obsessed with one thing and one thing only: to one day build my own school, a place where kids would be happy. No bullies, no mean teachers, a safe space filled with magical creatures just like the toys I'd lost. Meanwhile, my parents wouldn't answer my calls or my letters. When breaks rolled around, they never showed up to pick me up and take me home. I was completely alone in the world, with no one to keep me company. But finally one day I got a letter. I knew it had to be from my parents at last. It wasn't. It was a letter letting me know I'd been dropped from school due to poor academic standing. Fine, I didn't need them anyway. I decided to go back home. But I couldn't bear to stay. I was a burden to them. They wouldn't have been happy to see me anyway. So I made a promise to myself. I would make it on my own, start my school, and I wouldn't need them anymore. By working lots of odd jobs and part-timers, I was able to raise enough money to buy an abandoned building and try and spruce it up into my own daycare and educational facility. But being a brand new establishment, well, it didn't get much attention, or any enrollments whatsoever. Somehow I felt more alone than ever. In that moment, I really wished I had my old friends, my toys. I loved those toys as a child. Why not dedicate it to them and share their joy with other children? It was time to give the place some more color. And besides, a theme always sells, right? And before my eyes, I built it, and people came. So many people wanted to enroll, and the children loved it. It made my heart so happy that these kids would never be as lonely as me. But it still felt incomplete, so I took on an additional project. Trying to recreate my old friends and bring them to life. I didn't have much technical or medical knowledge, but I was hoping between some textbooks and my own perseverance I could do it. And I almost did. I managed to make, well, something. But I realized the world wasn't ready to see what I had created. I decided never to share my failed experiment, and I had him live in the basement alone. Clearly I was missing something in my calculations, but I never figured out what it was. So I inserted a new variable, myself. When I electrified myself and the toy at the same time, we merged. I was terrified. I was disgusted. I was amazed. And then I realized I couldn't let the parents see me like this. So I became nothing but a voice on the intercom. I shut myself in my office and refused to come out again unless there was an extreme emergency. I hoped that day would never come. But it did. Somehow a door was left unlocked. A door to the back hallway. And a little girl got through. Unhand her. It was a miracle I found her. That little girl almost never made it out. But I had revealed myself to the children, and they were absolutely terrified, as they should be. I was a living monster. Of course, they told their parents, who pulled them out of school immediately. Before my eyes, we went from the most prestigious kindergarten in town to completely barren. They viewed me as a monster. So, I've become one. I've been capturing intruders like you to carry out my experiments. Of course, most of them have been failures. But who knows? You could be my first success.
Very few remember Banban's kindergarten, an educational facility designed to care for only the best and brightest children around. To many, it never existed, except in the very depths of their subconscious, a passing experience they might have seen in an advertisement on TV, perhaps an urban legend heard on the playground. They may have thought it was some kind of strange dream. But to others, it was a nightmare.
Oh, where am I? Hello? Is anybody there? Who are you? What are you? Let me out of here! I didn't do anything, I swear!
Shh! You've seen too much, my boy. You have no choice but to become one of us.
Yes, something far more sinister lurked inside the colorful walls. Secrets began to leak out, you see. Secrets about things people had seen. Behind the facade of childlike wonder, something was hiding. Something no one ever managed to find. Or so we thought. You answered the ad I put out.
Yes, reluctantly.
Once I weeded through the fakers and conspiracy theorists, you were all that was left. So quickly, I need you to tell me exactly what you remember about Banban's kindergarten.
Why on earth would you want to hear about that terrible place?
Because I attended, or so I believe, Banban's kindergarten myself, along with my twin brother. I remember it fondly. All my friends were there, and I'd play with toys until their batteries died out. But my brother, on the other hand, was always scared there. He said there were terrifying monsters behind every corner that he'd have to fight. Eventually, our parents pulled us out without any explanation. Later, they lied to us, in fact, saying we always went to a normal kindergarten, that the Garten of Banban never existed. Over time, I forgot about the whole thing, but Josh never did. He saw something there, and it haunted him.
Then why aren't you asking Josh?
Because he went missing a few weeks ago, and I know where he went. I'm going back to that place to find him. But in order to do so, I need information. So tell me, what do you remember?
I remember plenty. Only in bits and pieces, but plenty. And there were times I could have sworn it was just a nightmare. But it felt so real. I just remember that place was strange, down to its appearance. I can still see those strange murals of those creepy characters. One always freaked me out. That one-eyed jellyfish, Stinger Flynn, I think. Total nightmare fuel. It was hard to make friends at Banban's kindergarten. It was a pretty exclusive place, only for the brightest kids in the area. You were pretty lucky if you got to go to Banban's, everyone thought. But something about it was so strange. The characters, that bird thing, the Apala bird, was so weird. But we were just little kids, what did we know? We were just having fun. Then slowly, one by one, all the kids started dropping out. Their parents pulled them and refused to say why. I was too little to understand. Maybe they all moved. Maybe it just got too expensive. I didn't think too much of it, but something felt off.
What does that mean?
Well, I sure never found out. I was a pretty rowdy kid. I honestly don't know how we even got into Banban's kindergarten in the first place, when it's supposed to be really exclusive. I spent a lot of time in that naughty corner, and I might have deserved it, looking back. I was lucky I didn't get kicked out altogether. But one day, that jerk in charge... Hey, that's mine! Give it back!
You'll get it back when you start behaving yourself, young man.
But...
No buts.
He took my favorite toy. At that point, I'd had it with that stupid kindergarten. I knew I had to do something about it. so I broke in later that night to get it back. I couldn't get into the principal's office where I knew he was keeping it, but there had to be a way to get in somehow, right? For some reason, I had a feeling that Opala bird would help me find something. And it did. The wall opened up right in front of me. I found my way into this creepy back room. God, that thing lived in my nightmares forever. I can still see it. I had that dream for years. In my dream, I would walk down this long, dark back hallway, but it seemed to go on forever. And the farther down I walked, the murals became twisted and evil looking. I'll never forget those awful faces. So every time I'd take off running and running down the seemingly endless hallway until suddenly I'd reach this huge metal door. And I'd peek inside. I'd see a man transforming into this big green monster. It almost looked like Jumbo Josh, but that's how I knew it was a nightmare, right? There's no way that could actually happen. But when I turned to leave, I saw something following me. It was that freaking bird. I forgot all about getting my toy back. I knew I needed to get out of there. And she chased me. She almost got me too. I told my parents what I saw, but I just got grounded for sneaking in. But it was worth it. Even today, I dream that I ended up back in that hallway. Every night, no matter how far I ran, I could never get out of that hallway. I never saw the back rooms again, and when others looked, they didn't find anything. But I know there was something down there. It may not have been what I was looking for, but I definitely found something. Soon after that, I was finally kicked out of Banban's kindergarten. I ended up in public school, grew up perfectly normal, but I always wondered, what would happen if I went back?
Come on.
There was one dream, though, a night where I did find a way out of the hallway, and I got stuck on some sort of lift, freight elevator thing.
Who's there?
And something would come from below.
What was it?
This'll sound crazy, but I swear it was one of the characters, like I saw earlier.
Oh my God.
It was Jumbo Josh, and he would pick me up and shake me and scream at me until I woke up. But one night, something changed. I fought back and was able to escape him, but I got hurt. When I woke up that morning, I was so sore, and then I noticed, to this day, I can't remember whether it was a dream or reality. And all I could think was, if it was a dream, I'm so lucky I woke up.
Well, thank you so much for your time. I think I've got everything I need to get started.
Josh, no!